I don't like to spend too much time in cold weather conditions, so it means it's very nice to be fast. So moving very fast, it's a lot of fun. You're not suffering, and it's like you get in this flow, and this is what makes, for me, mountaineering interesting and nice. And when I did my first speed ascent on the Eiger, I realized that was for me, oh, I want to go this direction. This is how I like to go to the mountain. And I had to develop a completely new idea and different system of climbing. You know, already just go to the Eiger North Face and not taking a big backpack. Just say, oh, I just need like a 10-liter pack. Like, you know, this was a big step, and this is now normal for me. If I go to the mountains, my backpack is even smaller, even lighter, and I could do. I found a lot of good equipment to match this, but this is more coming from trail running, all this kind of sports. And now I try to go with mountain boots exactly the same way. I think it's much easier and much nicer to walk, even for average people, with a light, good shoe in alpine terrain. It needs less power and less force. So for me it was important to find a shoe who comes from running, but it's even useful in technical alpine terrain. So it needs to be a running shoe matched with a mountaineering boot. And this is very complicated because it has to be very light, it has to be very warm, and still functional for high altitude mountains. And this is the challenge we have now to develop a new product, and it needs a lot of input from my side, a lot of testing, and it needs also a lot of willing and to put energy and force from SCARPA into new ideas and new technologies. You know, for me, you have to understand, you try to push your own limits. And once you reach a summit, you have to descend again. And the next day is exactly the same like the day before. It's nothing gonna change on the planet if you climb the Eiger North Face in 2 hours 47 minutes, or in 3 hours, or in 2.5 hours. It's nothing gonna change. For you personally, it's gonna change because it was your own challenge. And this is what drives me to keep going and go on. I want to push my own limits, and I did that with this speed ascent, and I keep going. And I think this is more the idea of an athlete than of an adventure guy. I like to find out what is possible to do with my body, and I like to keep the climbing as simple as possible.